All right. It says we are live. Let's check it out. Salute to the mighty LDBC. Much love to the chat. Those of y'all that's in the building early. Smash the like button as you come on in. I say smash the like button as you come on in. We're going to talk a little boxing in the AM. Share the video and spread the word to the ends of the earth. 78 Sports TV is live, you dig. Right. It's Saturday, man, but I wanted to go live. I want to talk about this actually last night, but I had to do my game dog talk over on Patreon. So anybody into them pit bulls, make sure y'all check out patreon.com/game dog talk. You know what I mean? But let me scroll up, see what we got in the building. Shout out to the homie Nada86 in the super chat early with the 20-piece chicken nugget. Thank you, good brother. Appreciate the support. Definitely appreciate that, fam. We got Steve O'Sly in the building. Professor X. Darth in here. CJ Robinson. Homie Insane. What's happening with it, cuz? We got D Fresh 94 up in the building. We got Rod Neal, the homie. We got Stephen L. the Mizak up in here. Tamir Ali. Let me see here. Oh, man. Happy birthday to your moms, homie. Yeah, definitely tell her happy birthday from the mighty LDBC. Let me see here. Star City J up in the building. The homie, the sensei, Stormy B-Man is up in here. Sean Burden. Greg McCall. Greg McCall. We got Manadon in here. Skullduggery. Texas Red. Let me see here. Let me see. The OG Mr. Mon in the building. We got Robert Singleton up in here. The brother Freeman's March is in the building. Let me see. Eden in here. AJ from Wick City. Cobra Head Sports and Entertainment. Justin Jacobs. The brother. Joe Thompson coming through, standing on LDBC business, you dig? Representing that old Hillside Bourbon Company. Make sure you go get y'all a couple of bottles. Yes, indeed. Let's cook on it, man. Let's go ahead and cook on this, man. So, y'all know yesterday I did a live stream about Keyshawn Davis saying that, you know, he willing to fight, move up to 147, you know, and fight Devin Haney. He don't need no weight clause or none of that kind of stuff. What's happening with it, Jay Good? What's up with it, Keon True Story? What it do? So, you know, he's saying all this stuff, right? He willing to do, you know, Keyshawn. He willing to fight Dev and all that stuff, right? Wait, Freedom's Marks in the super chat with that 5-piece. Appreciate the love. He says, the night before this Oompa Loompa announced the Jamie fight, said, I said he was full of crap calling out Devin. These fools never disappoint. Yeah, man. Yeah. So for those who don't know, Keyshawn Davis says he willing to go up to 147 and fight Devin Haney. He don't need no weight clause, all this type of stuff, which was in essence a sneak diss to Shakur Stevenson, his so-called brother. And also, it's now been revealed that was nothing but a clout chase because he's fighting Jamie Ortiz, all right? Jermaine Ortiz, I should say. He fighting Jermaine Ortiz, not Devin Haney. He's fighting Jermaine Ortiz, okay? So this was what you call a clout chase. If you mention somebody's name and you got no intentions on actually fighting them or actually trying to negotiate with those people, then that's called a clout chase, especially when that person is more popular than you or that person is in the news media right now, like Devin Haney is. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney's name has been floating around ever since his destruction of Brian Norman Jr. Devin Haney has been popping. So he's been in talks. Devin Haney's name has been in talks right now with Louis Crocker for unification. His name has been in talks with Rolly Ramiro for unification, right? Even Javante Tank Davis, which we know Tank ain't finna fight nobody, so whatever. We ain't got to talk about him. But the Haney'S are willing to fight a big fight or a championship fight. Keyshawn Davis' name is on the list. They hit list. Keyshawn comes out talking about he'll take the fight, but then he goes off and fights. The next day, he's announced that he's fighting Jermaine Ortiz. So this is what you call a cloud chase. Keyshawn Davis hasn't fought nobody, bro, and I just lost all respect for this dude, straight up. Uh, had he not called out Devin Haney, I wouldn't even be tripping about the Jermaine Ortiz fight. But the dude, like, bro, you can't have an excuse for not fighting everybody. Like, you starting to give me Tank Davis vibes now, right? So first, you got an excuse for why you can't fight Andy Cruz at 135. The dude who beat you up in the amateurs hella 5 times, right? You got an excuse for why you can't fight him. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I think I messed up something. All right. So yeah, you got all these excuses why you can't fight Andy Cruz. All right. Uh, Richardson Hitchens. Uh, Neither one of y'all want to fight each other. Y'all both playing weird games. You don't want to fight Shakur because that's your quote unquote brother. All right. When it comes to fighting Tank Davis, you act all weird. Like you act like you want to fight him, but then at the same time you don't want to really call him out. Like all you dudes is weirdos to me. All you little young dudes is just act weird. Like this is boxing. This is what I'm saying, bro. And every time, what's up with why you not trying to fight Gary Antoine Russell? Why you not trying to fight Frank Martin? Frank Martin, you and Frank Martin had a great build up for the culture. Everybody was looking forward to Keyshawn versus Frank Martin. Everybody was looking forward to that fight. And what's up, Will Sinclair? Shout out to everybody in the building. Sniper, I see you in here. Dragon Fang, what it do? Salute to everybody. CJ Robinson. Uh, the thing is, you and Frank Martin had a great build up. And everybody was waiting on that. The fight didn't happen. You ducking Frank Martin, in my opinion. Fight happened. Fight didn't happen. Now you just clout chasing and name dropping people. This is nasty work, ladies and gentlemen. Nasty, nasty work. I'm disappointed in Keyshawn, but I'm not gonna forget this. You know what I'm saying? When he get to huffing and puffing after his next win, and he get to huffing and puffing and talking crazy and D3 or whatever they be calling each themselves, ain't nobody believing that cap, bro. Ain't nobody going for it no more. It's all lies. Top Rank is moving this kid along the way they want to move him along, and he name dropping people, but uh, uh, he don't. It don't appear that Keyshawn actually wants to fight anybody. What's up, Young World? Shemaine Cutter Calhoun, what's happening? So he needs to fight Frank. Frank had Keyshawn shook. Yeah, he needs to fight Frank. That's a good fight. What are you mad about? I mean, what are you scared to fight Frank for? We know you're not gonna fight Shakur. Cool. So what? What's your excuse for not fighting nobody else? Mark Harrison, what it do, fam? Son of the Tank, what's happening? Eden Wise says it's a terrible, terrible era in boxing. It is because these guys don't have the killer instinct no more. They no longer have the killer instinct to go out there and go for it and take on the tough challenges like guys did from other eras. Now, I like the fact that these guys are making more money than the guys from yesteryear. Most of the guys from yesteryear, but they've lost heart. They've lost their competitive nature, and social media plays a big role in that. You know what I'm saying? And even some and the money too. The fact that regular guys is making millions of dollars, a lot of times that hurts them. That lessens their killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, we were just talking about this last night on the Game Dog Talk. Well, a lot of fighters back in the day didn't have the luxury. Only a few fighters were making millions of dollars. The other ones had to fight. They had to constantly fight, take on the best or whatever. Like in order to get their name out there, in order to prove that they was the best and they was worthy of that money. But now, with everybody in the game just passing out checks to these guys, and you got guys like Jake Paul coming into the game. People, you know what I'm saying? Boxing it's come. Listen, bro. You see a fool play a fool. I've been saying that for years. You know what I'm saying? So most of these guys, they don't even respect their own fan bases. They coming into the game, be like, well, look, if I got somebody who's gonna pay to see me fight anybody, then I'm just gonna fight some Joe Blow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fight some Joe Blow. And if I got fans, if I got at least 200,000 people who gonna pay, if I can sell out an arena and get at least 200,000 people to buy a pay-per-view to see me fight anybody, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fight anybody. I ain't gonna take no risk until that. I'm gonna run that scam until that scam is over, and that's what most of these dudes are doing, running the scam. Jay Good said it's the era in all sports. College football is dealing with the same thing. Man, it's bad, bro. It's bad. Guys, look at basketball. I mean, you got dudes now low managing, and ain't don't nothing be wrong with them. They got a little tweak in their back or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They hand hurt or whatever. Dudes are sitting out for 2 weeks, missing games and all that kind of stuff. You messing around, and that's why I don't buy season tickets, bro. I don't buy season tickets no more for basketball for the Bucks, or I don't buy my tickets ahead of time. I used to buy them ahead of time and try to beat. Okay, I'm gonna see what game. As soon as the tickets come available, I go through the list and be like, because if you buy them early, you can get them cheap. So I'm like, okay, let me see. I can go. I can go. Me and my son, my grandson, we can go to the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, let me pick out a game. So let's say the Lakers coming to town. All right, boom. Let me get the tickets early. All right, I'm gonna sit in a decent seat. You know what I'm saying? So let's say section 117. You know what I'm saying? And that's like right in the middle of the arena. So let's say I'm gonna get row 3 in section 117. Okay, and let's say I need 3 tickets, right, or 2 tickets, right? My grandson, he can sit on the lap. So I get 2 tickets, and let's say that's $1,200 for these 2 tickets. All right. Now I say, okay, I pay for it, and then I find out LeBron ain't playing. He ain't playing. So it's like, bro, okay, why you every time I want to see LeBron get smoked by the Bucks, you ain't never playing. You ain't never coming to Milwaukee. Right? And then even worse, if I buy the ticket and they like, all right, well, at least we can go support our team. We watch Giannis score. Only Giannis ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Or some old nonsense like, bro, no, I'm sorry, bro. Give my money back. Y'all robbed me. Ain't nobody got time for that, fam. And these players don't care because they making so much money now. They don't care about one fan complaining. If the power from the fans come for when they stick together. When fans stick together, that's when you have power. If they split you up into little individual groups, you have no power. When you stick together in as one big voting block, that's where your power comes into play. If fans in boxing say, hey, enough is enough, we're not supporting no more trash fights. We want the best to fight the best. Otherwise, y'all finna be embarrassed because we ain't ordering no pay-per-views. We're not supporting you fighting this other guy when you're supposed to be fighting this guy. We ain't coming to the fight. If fans did that, I promise you, we would get the fights we want within 2 weeks. All it takes is for somebody to be embarrassed. All it takes is for somebody to have an event and don't nobody show up but about 5-10 people. If that happened, and ain't nobody watching it, boy, I'm telling you, it's gonna the news gonna be covering it. Didn't nobody, oh, this is embarrassing, boo boo. And then the next promoter gonna think, well, that was them, not us. You let Tank Davis go out there to an arena and ain't nobody in there but 50 people. You see what happened then. You're going to get the fights you want. But as long as you got people willing to sell their soul, as long as you got people who just happy just to see somebody, you want to just smell somebody cologne, then they ain't got to give you what you want. Why would they? Seriously. And I use this example all the time. Why would I treat a woman right if she don't demand that I treat her right? If she allowed me to dog her, if she allowed me to have other chicks in the crib smashing on the couch, I tell her, hey, go make us something to eat real quick. Go make me and old girl something to eat real quick. When I get done smashing, me and her gonna go eat. You know what I'm saying? And then clean up the tub, because I'm finna let her go up in that tub too. You know what I'm saying? Go find her something nice to wear. You know what I'm saying? If the girl let me do that, she's at my mercy. The only way I treat her right is if I feel sorry for her. And boxing fans is hoping and praying that maybe the promoters are going to feel sorry for us one day. No, they're not. They don't care. These boxing promoters have run HBO out of business. They run Showtime out of business. CBS don't cover boxing no more. ESPN don't want to cover boxing no more. Boxing has moved to apps, bro. All because of the greed of these promoters. And even with them continuing to run everybody out of business, they still doing it. They ain't learned their lesson. And y'all got the nerve to be out here mad at Turkey out shape. Turkey ain't perfect, but he better than what we've been having. Freeman's March in the back in that super chat with the 5-piece. Appreciate the love, bro. He says, what do you think about the fan-funded fight events? Kind of like Kickstarter for fights we want to see. Just spit ball. Hey, I'm with it. And that's why I was trying to tell a lot of that's why I was trying to tell a lot of people, man, to you know what I'm saying, that the fans can, we have a lot of power. And a lot of these fighters, man, if they trust in the fans and believe in themselves, put on their own events and stuff like that, promote, yes, you're gonna get hated on by other bigger promoters. They're gonna try to use politics. But once you're a fighter that got your own fan base, you gotta trust in that. And you gotta hope that and believe that your fans are gonna try to support you. And you gotta tell them that. Like, look, man, we doing this on our own. We need y'all support. Right? If y'all don't come out and support us, man, don't criticize me no more. Don't tell me who I can fight, who I can't fight. This is all y'all big mouth fans' opportunity to show and prove. Right? This is y'all. That's how you fighters gotta talk to these fans. If y'all don't want me fighting this one and that one, we finna put on our own events, okay? We need you to get out there and support. We don't want to hear nothing about you couldn't make it because of this and that. I couldn't order the pay-per-view because, okay, well, shut up. If you can't order the pay-per-view, you can't make it to the fight, shut up. Don't criticize how somebody's moving. You know what I'm saying? Trill Hill says, Milwaukee not a big enough market, 78. The NBA make the start play for certain matchups. Well, they need to cut that out, because Milwaukee contributes to the NBA as well. The Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA 2 NBA championships. The Milwaukee Bucks have fans. So if the NBA want to play that game, then just get rid of all the teams and just have New York versus LA, Boston versus just have 4, 5, 6 teams, and cut all the rest of this out there. Anybody got time for that? Nobody got time for that. Let's see here. Andre Toppin in the super chat with the 5-piece. Appreciate the support, bro. Says salute 78. Keyshawn definitely a cloud chaser, and a raccoon too. He says I'm from VA like him, but I don't claim him. He says salute to Devin, Haney, and the new. Yes, sir. Salute, homie. Let me see here. Say OKC is proof you don't have to be a big market. It's facts, bro. You don't gotta be no big market, bro. That's just cap that a lot of fans from listen, this is what it is, bro. The media, a lot of media members, like especially on ESPN, they don't have time to watch all of the games. They just don't. And they have their favorite cities they like to travel to because the networks and stuff pay for their hotel stays and stuff like that, and they travel. They like going to New York. It's very luxurious. Especially if the company is paying for your suite, and you get to charge $10,000 in this room, and you can order a room service and drinks. Yeah, New York is luxurious. There's a lot of stuff to do in New York City, so they like going to New York. Miami is beautiful. You can charge that to the company credit card, looking out the window at beaches and bad chicks everywhere. L.A., La La Land. Of course, I understand why they're biased to those cities. I understand that. But that has nothing to do with sports. That's what you like to do in your leisure time. All those places got enough stuff for you to get into trouble in. Okay? You don't be hearing about dudes getting in trouble in Milwaukee. I mean, they might get them some baby mamas, some child support. But you don't be hearing about dudes getting in trouble in Milwaukee. You don't be hearing about it. But, hey, in them big cities you do, because there's more mischief to get into. But what's happening is Stephen A. Smith and the other ones, they like to promote those big markets because they don't have time to watch these games. So if they can get the players that they want to cover all to a few different cities, they get to see those players more often. They get to cover them more often. They get to travel to the cities they want to travel. It's all a con game, bro. And then the worst part is they didn't trick fans into believing in this narrative. Because, a lot of fans from other cities, they don't root for their hometown teams. They root for other teams, big name teams, because that's the popular stuff. Like the Lakers got a lot of fans. All right. Now, the Lakers got a lot of fans. The Knicks used to have a lot of fans. They don't really got a lot of fans like they used to have back in the day. But the Lakers got a lot of fans, because it's L.A. going all the way back to Magic and Kareem, up to Kobe and Shaq, and now they got LeBron. So they're going to have a lot of fans regardless from all over the country. So those people who are fans of teams like that are going to buy into the idea of, yeah, man, we want the big stars to go over to this team. You know why? For the same reason. Not for the reason that they want to travel to those cities. It's because it makes it easier for the casual fan to follow the game when the best players is all gathered up on one team, a few different teams where they can, These guys today, they like the super teams and stuff, these fans. They like the super teams and all them guys being on the same stuff. They like that stuff. They defend it. But anyway, sports in general has just gotten weak to me, man. Sports in general didn't change. It ain't the same no more. But sticking to boxing, man. Look at Jermaine. This dude. Breaking news. Lakers about to get Giannis before the trade deadline. Watch. Great. Y'all been saying Giannis is finna go for the last, how long? Let me see. About 10 years. Yeah, about 10 years. Y'all, since 2015, I've had to listen to, Giannis came to us in 2013, I think. 2013. Since 2015, I've had to come on YouTube, and every time I talk about the Bucks, somebody's in the chat for 10 years. Giannis gonna leave. Giannis gonna leave. The Bucks ain't gonna keep Giannis. Like, bro, listen. If Giannis does leave, or the Bucks do trade Giannis, which I already said, I think this is Giannis' last year with the Bucks. I think the Bucks are gonna trade him for a bunch of draft picks at this point. But if Giannis does part ways with the Bucks, y'all are not right. You don't get to predict something every year, and then if it comes true, finally, then I told you. No, that's not how. No, that's like me saying, hey man, Donald Trump finna get out the White House, man. And then every day, I keep saying it every day, Donald Trump finna get out the White House, bro. He finna get out the White House. Then when his term is up, Now we got a new president. Told you. I told you. He out that White House. I did that tell you? I was the first one to tell you. Every year. For 10 years. I got videos on my page. Go back and look at the comments. For 10 years. Giannis is going. He going. Watch. We going. And then all you fans of these other teams who hoping that Giannis leaves Milwaukee to go to y'all team, y'all ain't got no love for Giannis because y'all know what's going to happen. If Giannis go to the Lakers, y'all going to destroy Giannis. You ain't going to win no championship with Luka. Luka and Giannis together is not going to win no championship. Not going to happen. Both of them ball dominant. It's gonna be a disaster. And then y'all gonna blame Giannis because he black. That's what y'all do. Y'all not gonna blame Luka. You're gonna blame the black dude, guaranteed. And if Giannis wants to leave, I hope they do send him to somewhere like that so he can see the difference. You know what I'm saying? Giannis will end up right back in Milwaukee. He'll go somewhere else with a couple of years left on his deal. It's gonna be a disaster. He gonna come back to Milwaukee to retire as a Buck for his last couple of years in basketball. That's what'll happen. Guaranteed, book it. The worst place Giannis can go is New York. That's the worst place because New York media gonna crucify him. You go out there missing them free throws, man, they're gonna destroy Giannis. But regardless, though, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen with Giannis. I hope Giannis stays with the Bucks. I would love this for Giannis to finish his career with the Bucks. But Giannis got to do a better job of crushing these rumors, man, because the rumors get on my nerve. That's what irritates me. Giannis has never went to the Bucks and requested a trade. Never. I don't care what ESPN tell y'all. I live in Milwaukee. He has never went to the Bucks and requested a trade. It has never happened. I don't care what Pillsbury Doughboy, Brian Windhorst tells you. I don't care what Sham Charania tells you. I live in Milwaukee. All right? I know plenty of people that's connected with the Bucks. If anything, that kind of secret would not last. It would be out here. There's no way Sham Charania and Brian Windhorst know this, but nobody in Milwaukee know this. Bro, miss me with the cap. Y'all dudes be just trying to tell me about my city is irritating. Nah, man, see Milwaukee. See, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. You can't tell me what's going on out here, bro. Nah, see, I looked at the crime statistics, and what's going on is you said every season you said you didn't want Jimmy Butler on the Bucks. Damn, you said Dame came there and did the same thing. Yeah, Dame Dallas is we got Dame too late, and Dame is a loser. He's a loser at heart. Dame problem is he's a loser. You know what I'm saying? That's Dame problem. Dame has gotten used to losing. That's the worst type of guy. A guy that's talented, but he's gotten used to losing. He's accepted losing. He's still getting props for losing. Like, look at this. Dame comes to Milwaukee, lays an egg, right? He goes back to Portland, right? Nobody's criticizing him. Nobody's saying, bro, Portland trash. Why are you going back to Portland? Why are you ain't going to somewhere to win a championship? Why you ain't trying to go team up with LeBron, or why you ain't go and try to, go somewhere? Why? Nobody criticized Dame for going back to Portland. Know why? Because everybody in the back of their mind have accepted that Dame is a talented loser. Much like Carmelo Anthony, much like Chris Paul, talented losers. All-time great losers. People who have accepted defeat and just go through the motions. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Just playing the game for stats, but with no purpose. Like a stud wearing a strap on. She ain't finna bust no nut, but she gonna keep pumping in her, sweating for no reason at all, until the other girl finish. I guess I don't know what's the purpose. All that pumping, moaning for no reason, knowing you ain't felt nothing. That's Dame, loser. Yeah, James Harden too. Another one. Justin Cash in the super tap, that 5-piece. Much love, much appreciation, fam. He says, Stephen A. Smith hairline versus Leonard Ellerby nostrils. Who wins? I think Leonard Ellerby nostrils, bro. I think Leonard Ellerby nostrils will win. I think his nostrils When he breathe, when he exhale through his nose, that's what pushed Stephen A. hairline back. That's what I think. What's up with it, Drew? Drew in the building. Oh, shit, check the cash app. My phone on silent. My bad. Shout out to the homie. Who's this? Um, hold on, let me go to the cash app real quick. That's you, CJ Robinson, and the number one, number one rusher. Appreciate you in the cash app. It says, come on, man, why is he doing this? My God. No, this no. Here we go. That's two different people. Hold on. Number one rush in the super chat. Appreciate the cash app for the 20 piece. Thank you, good brother. Appreciate the support. Says Merry Christmas, everybody, much love. Same to you, brother, and you and yours. Same to you, family. CJ Robinson in the cash app said Jermaine will beat Keyshawn. I don't doubt it. I don't put nothing past Keyshawn Davis and Jermaine. Jermaine Ortiz can box. He's a good boxer, but he's also not a big enough star where they won't rob him. Like they'll rob Jermaine Ortiz. Like I thought he beat I thought Jermaine Ortiz beat Tio. I thought he did, but when nobody gonna cry for him, you know. Yeah, I don't put nothing past. You said Jermaine Ortiz will beat Keyshawn by unanimous decision. Salute, fam. Hey, man, salute to you, bro. I appreciate you, C.J. Robinson. I think it could happen. It could happen, bro. But I don't know who's gonna win that fight. I lean towards Keyshawn because of his punching power, but Jermaine Ortiz is the better outboxer. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine says Dev versus Ennis at 152. Is that fight a possibility? No, it's not a possibility. It's not. Devin Haney is a champion at 147 pounds. Devin Haney's trying to become undisputed at 147. If Boots wanted to fight Devin, he could have stayed at 147 to defend his titles. He left when Devin got up there. So why would Devin go and fight Boots at a catchweight? No, sir. That don't even make sense. Jerron Boots Ennis is supposed to be fighting the boy Virgil Ortiz. Dude, I know you ain't up in here talking about duck. Are you saying Devin Haney is ducking Boots? Or are you saying Boots duck Devin? Which one is you saying? Because Boots was offered to fight with Devin Haney, and he said, no, I can't do it at 147 no more. He dropped his belts and moved up. So which one is you saying, Jermaine? You saying Devin ducking Boots? Because he ain't going up to another weight class? I gotta hear this. What's up, Dragon Fang? No, he ain't raised baiting me. He said Devin ducking 142 smoke because of Boots. Hey Sheldon, send Jermaine to the block. Give him a block party for a little while. Give him something to think about for a little while. Yeah, send him out of here until tomorrow or something. Get Jermaine up out of here, somebody. Whoever got the super wrench. Yeah, send him to the shadow round for a little while. Yeah, baby. Don't forget my number. Ba, 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 baby. Yeah, get him up out of here. Coming up here talking crazy. Yeah, coming up here talking crazy, but then you love him some Tank. Love little Tank. Yeah, you're out of there. Yeah, we're gonna have to, Jermaine. Every time you come here, you're gonna have to start your sentence off with Devin Haney is the greatest, and then say whatever else you gotta say. If you say anything other than Devin Haney is the greatest, if you don't start off with Devin Haney is the greatest, matter of fact, you gotta say Devin Haney is greater than Tank. If you don't say that, they're gonna send you to the shallow round for another day until you start your sentences off with Devin Haney is greater than Tank. That's how we gonna do that, Jermaine. Tank Force. Task Force Rusher. Appreciate you in that super chat, family. Thank you, good brother. With the 20-piece chicken nugget. Thank you, sir. He says, want to know how I know Dev a duck because he got a dad. All dads duck. He says, my dad ducked me. Yeah, that's what he said. That's that lining the lip. That's that lining the lip propaganda. Mm-hmm. No, Jermaine don't be believing that stuff. He just trying to make me mad. That's all. He like to hear me scream. He want to hear me go in on Tank. That's all. But anyway, yeah, y'all get the likes all the way up. Make sure y'all share the video and all that good stuff. But yeah, so anyway, the state of boxing right now is crazy because these guys just clout chase. There's no accountability. There's nothing, bro. Like, and even when we as some of the real fans, we try to hold these guys to some type of standard and say that we want to see the best fight the best. Like, you got guys who want to defend their favorite fighter, not fight nobody. It's like, bro, what is y'all even fans for, fam? I'm serious, bro. I gotta know what how are y'all? What are y'all fans of? I know that a lot of y'all are zesty. I understand that, and I'm not trying to shame you for your zest. I know that you got a right to be who you want, who you are. You know what I'm saying? But I think you should come out the closet and tell people who you are. I think you should stand on it. You know what I'm saying? I think you should be like, hey man, look, I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? Tank look good to me. Tank fine. Did you say it? Say how you feel. Say, man, Tank, that's my nigga. Say it. You know what I'm saying? You know? You can be my nigga and I can be your girl. You just, come on, say it. Rather be your N-I-G-G-A so we can get drunk, smoke weed all day. It don't matter if you love me, baby. You need thuggy like busters ain't loving you right. Go on, say it, man. Say it with your chest so everybody know, what it is, and we ain't got to play. You will feel better, I promise you. If you come out and say, man, I got a thing for Tank. If you come out and say it, then you will feel better because now you ain't got to hide it. You ain't going to look weird. Everybody going to get it now. Say, okay, yeah, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. I don't, because nothing else makes sense. You cannot have a standard and say that you need Devin Haney to fight this guy, that guy, and that guy. I need Shakur Stevenson to fight this guy, that guy, and that guy. And then you say, hey, what about Tank? We want to see Tank fight. Nah, man. With them guys ain't tried to fight Tank. You can't say Tank is the A side. He called all the shots on everybody. But then when it comes time to fight, oh, it's the other guy's responsibility to get on their knees and somehow convince Tank to fight them. Like, bro, y'all got to stop this. Yeah, this is ridiculous. These dudes is in love with Tank. I'm telling you, they got a crush on him. They got a crush on that dude, bro. And it's always the same type of square dudes. I swear it be them square type dudes, man. who look at guys like Tank and they think Tank is like the cool dude in high school, you know what I'm saying, who get all the girls and he got the tats and then he sell a little dope here and there and all the lames who can't leave the porch, you know what I'm saying? Or they might have been good on the football team or something like that, but they really couldn't party and be in the streets and stuff like that because they had real good parents, strict parents who kept a watch on them and stuff like that. A lot of them type of dudes look up to dudes like Tank for whatever reason. I never understood it. But they do. If you look at the Tank fans, the ones who are the most boisterous is the biggest squares. The biggest squares. You know there were squares in the house. Look it up. The biggest squares is the biggest Tank fans. And be trying to talk greasy like they some gorillas. Because they didn't bought into the whole idea of Tank Davis. They didn't bought into it. Tank think he a gorilla, but Tank ain't even no street dude. Tank has mastered the art, right, of imitating a street dude or what he think a street dude is. Like many people on YouTube have done. They mastered the art of talking like street dudes, right, dressing like street dudes, but really be jigs. See what I'm saying? And as soon as you call them out on their cap, they be like, "Oh, I ain't no street dude." No, I ain't no. Look, you ain't a street dude. This news to me. Y'all been running around here talking all this greasy stuff about this and that. Like, and I was over here trying to tell dudes all this time about 50 Cent. I said, bro, 50 is informant. He a rat. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. No, bro, how you gonna tell me 50's a rat? By every standard of the street, he's a rat. No, man, no, he ain't. No, he ain't. Now this man he on the cover of magazines. Why I'm telling on Diddy. That's literally what the cover of the magazine say. Why I'm telling on Diddy. That's a quote from 50 Cent. Now everybody quiet. I've been told you the man was the police. Been told. People don't move like that. Street dudes don't move the way 50 moves. You just don't. You can not like somebody and all of that stuff, bro, but some stuff you just take to the grave with you or you deal with it on the streets, but ain't no way I'm finna do a documentary about a ninja because he a mean person. I mean, he's just a bad guy. So what? Listen, bro. Imagine me doing a documentary about somebody being a bad guy, a mean guy, where all the dumb stuff I did in the streets and got away with it. I can't say got away with it because I'm still living and I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm trying to say. All the stuff I have done, right? And I'm going to make a documentary about somebody else being a bad guy. 50 Cent literally abandoned his own son that looks exactly like him. Abandoned the boy. Treated him like he's nothing. Oh, well, yeah, he's siding with his mama, so forget him. Well, maybe he's siding with his mama because you ain't talked to the boy. You ain't gave him no game. The only energy he get is from his mama. You got all the energy in the world for Diddy. Because you mad at Diddy because Diddy did something to your baby mama. Well, one of the little chicks you was in love with, Diddy done sleazed her out. So you jealous and you mad. So you spending money. You sitting down on Good Morning America in a suit. Like some informant, like some FBI COINTELPRO agent, and you totally fine with it. Don't even feel guilty. And people supporting this type of snitch behavior. Bro, I couldn't kick it with y'all. I'm telling you, anybody that support, you know how y'all got y'all little Diddy standards? Anybody that support Diddy, man, I got to look at them funny. Cool. That's great. That's great. Anybody that support 50 Cent behavior, you let me know I can't do nothing around you. I wouldn't tell you nothing because you support informant behavior. You support COINTELPRO behavior. You would, if this was the 1960s, you would be one of the ones they come to infiltrate the Black Panthers, to get next to Martin Luther King, to get next to Malcolm. You one of them. And then you will justify what you're doing by simply saying, oh, well, I mean, he a bad guy. He ain't what y'all think. Martin Luther King, he got a side chick, I don't care. What does that have to do with what he's doing for the people? See, y'all justify y'all snitch and sellout behavior by finding a flaw in man. You justify being a sellout raccoon by finding a flaw in man, as if you don't got flaws. I can't rock with nobody who support 50 Cent. I can't. Because now I know, you just told me who, I'm glad you told me, but you just told me who you is. You ain't got to be from the streets to understand that. It's certain stuff you just don't do. Even kids, squares, kids that ain't even never played in the street, they know not to be no tattletale if it ain't your business. They know that. White folks already got Diddy locked up for a racist man act, and y'all still sitting out here talking about every day giving play-by-play on Diddy. TMZ every day. TMZ got some type of Diddy story. Pictures of this man walking around in jail. How they get this stuff? They harassing the man. Y'all let this chick walk around scot-free. Let her get off, Cassie. This woman, look at all these sips. This woman that cheated on her husband. Diddy supposed to be so bad to her, right? He beat her up, and he did such a bad thing. He raped her multiple times. And she said in court, she said the man, when she married to her husband, she said the man Diddy then came to her house. Then he didn't force his way into the house and raped her on her living room floor, her husband floor now. And then 2 weeks later, she sneaks off and goes out and has relations again with Diddy and told the court it was a good time. We had a good time. It wasn't always bad. So she admits that cheating on her husband for the man who's supposed to be this monster. And Simps is out here, yeah, man, Diddy, he's a man. No, you know what it is? Y'all are the same. Y'all just like Cassie's husband. Y'all are the type of dudes that try to save these 304s. You try to buy their love. And then when the chick run off to get D'd down and get done dirty by a different type of cat other than you upset. That's why y'all hate Diddy. Because Diddy remind you of the dude who your chick smashing. Here's a word of advice for all you dudes that brag about, you cannot buy a woman's loyalty. Don't matter how much money you got. You can't buy her loyalty, fam. You can't. I promise you. This is a free game for you. I promise you. You can have $20 million. If that woman gets used to that lifestyle, if Greg down the street slanging better D than you slanging, and she find out, I promise you, it doesn't matter. She will justify smashing Greg. Greg make $23,000 a year. She's going to take your money and ride off with Greg. It happens to Floyd Mayweather all the time. It happens to all these rich brothers all the time. You cannot get a woman a big house, right? A nice car and all this stuff. And yeah, see, she ain't gonna never leave me. Because see, what I'm doing for her, I promise you, there's gonna be a dude who put his tongue so far up her rectum. It don't matter, bro. They do goofy stuff. You cannot buy a chick. You cannot. And this is what frustrates a lot of y'all. Y'all like, oh man, it don't make no sense. This girl's stupid. I did everything for her. This don't make no sense. And she running off with Pookie and Ray Ray. You ever notice how everybody always complain about Pookie and Ray Ray? Those Pookie and Ray Ray. See, back in my day, it used to be Jody. They used to say Jody, right? Jody, just like in the movie, what you call it? What's that movie name? Baby Boy. See, Jody is an example of the dude who never had nothing going for himself. Really, always like little side hustles, but he knew women. He knew how to knock the bottom up out that thing. And women, they talk, they spread the word with each other. They say, "Oh yeah, Jody, he smacked, he girl, he doing the thing. He put it on me last night." And women start seeing other women do stupid stuff for Jody, taking out loans for Jody, letting Jody ride their car. They talk about the woman, but then they curious. They want to know, man, Jody must be doing something. They go over there now. Jody smashing, right? Now this woman could have a husband and provide a house for her. That she got a family. Don't matter. It don't. I'm telling you what the game is. I know it ain't fair, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm telling you what it is. If you smashing right and you got the reputation of smashing right, you can have any one of these chicks, any one of them. It don't listen. You can take a girl from a rich dude if that girl know or hear that you knocking the bottom up out of it. I'm telling you. You want to know how I know? Watch this, y'all. Let's reverse it. Let's say for men. Now, you got a wife, a perfect wife. She cooks, she cleans, she's a good woman. She's respectful, she's feminine. She's the perfect yin to your yang, right? Everything's going good, right? She's respectful to you. You got no complaints. You down in your boy basement playing some poker, playing some dominoes. Some little chicks come down there. Your boy invites some little chicks come down there, right? All of them fine, all of them bad, right? But you happy at home. Your girl do everything she's supposed to do for you. But then all the guys at the table start telling you about Keisha. Man, bro, stay away from Keisha, bro. Like, what was over her? Man, that girl she will suck the life out of you, bro. That girl put me to sleep so many times, man. I'm talking about, man, you ain't gonna be able to take that, man. Stay away from her, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna mess up your whole life. We hear some mess like that, instead of running the other way, we run right to it. What she gonna suck the life out of you? We just got warned. Well, what we do? As men? Stupidity. Now we flirting with Keisha. We already been warned. Now Keisha done sucked the life up out of you. And then your girl find out, now y'all beefing, and then somebody say, bro, why you do that? Why you cheat on your girl? I thought she was perfect. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Yeah, and your girl, she feel the same way. She don't know why she run over and let Jody and Ray and Pookie smash the gas. This is what it is, family. I'm trying to tell y'all so. See, men, we don't want to think about that. We only want to see stuff from our angle. Women be doing the same stuff. They just better and sneakier than we are at what we do. And yeah, see, men, y'all go into a rage if you even thought about it. I'm telling you, women sneaky, bro. They sneaky. You don't believe me? Look, go check your girl car. Check her trunk. See if she got a whole bag up in that. And what a whole bag is, it look like a gym bag or extra purse. But it's going to be some panties up in there, maybe a washcloth, some soap, some deodorant, some smell good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a change of clothes. Oh, yeah. She got that whole bag in there, then your girl's a hoe. Just trying to tell you something. This is all free game. Mm-hmm. She done smashed somebody. Oh, see, I had that in my car because, Janice wanted to go to the gym one day, and what you got panties in there for? Because like I had came on, and then I was like, I'm gonna take me an extra pair of underwear to work just in case something happened. I have an accident, and you got more stories than nigga going to jail. I'm trying to tell you, I've been around the block. I listen to women and they stories, and I listen to all these simp dudes believe everything these chicks say. You're like Cassie husband. No, man, Diddy's a mean guy. He was abusing her. Well, why she keep creeping back over there to him? Well, she's brainwashed. I thought that's your wife, though. If she your wife, how can another man have a brainwash? Well, he's an abusive asshole, man. It's just, just goofies. And the internet is full of a bunch of goofy simps. That's the power of the internet. These dudes in real life, they could never kick it with players. You know what I'm saying? When players is at the bar and VIP doing what we doing, these busters would never be amongst us. But on the internet, you can't really tell who's who. If people talk the lingo, you don't know who's who. So people just blend in. They blend in. And then they start revealing things about themselves. Like, wait a minute now. Come on now, fam. What's going on? Anthony Bowen say, you 230, you ain't going to no gym. Hey, man, they got but dudes be wanting to believe them stories, man. They be wanting to. Anyway, back to the boxing. The whole point of me going down that road was to say the dudes today is simps. And they act like they do the same thing to other men in boxing, bro. Okay? There is no need for y'all to be defending everything that Tank Davis does. There's no need, bro. This man don't even respect you. Bro, I'll be damned if I'm defending somebody who don't even respect me. As their fan, he don't respect me. That'd be the last time, bro. I'm not doing that. Keith Thurman had one time disrespect me. No pun intended. One time. And all them years I was rocking with Keith Thurman, he disrespected me one time. Raised his voice to me on the phone. Bye-bye. There's no more. What we talking about? And that was in private. That wasn't even in public. That was in private. Y'all be getting disrespected in the public and still be walking around here with your tongue out on your knees, begging for ball sack to be dropped in your face. My God. This is nasty work. So I know what you do in your household. I know what kind of simps y'all is with a woman. If you do that with a man, I know what you're doing with a woman. I know what you're doing with a woman. If you do that with a man, if a man could publicly disrespect you and you still walking around here gobbling and swallowing, you can't tell me what you would do with a woman in private. That you catch that woman messing with somebody at her job, you ain't going nowhere. Baby, let's go to counseling. Baby, let's go to counseling. Let's just figure this out. Because if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. If being right means being without, I'm a simp and I don't know the words. Shut up, man. Nobody got time for all that simp shit. AB in the Cash App with the 5-piece. Appreciate the love, family. He says, thank you for the free game. Yes, sir, brother. What's up, Brown Sugar Tay? See Brown Sugar Tay that came through here. Let me see here. We got the homie DK Bush in the Cash App. Appreciate the love. He says, shame the zesties. Oh, we're gonna do it. CJ Robson in the Cash App. He says, I'm with you on Inui. They hype him up too much. Yeah. I ain't even talking about that Inui fight. Trash. The Inui fight, listen, bro, Inui is trash, bro, to me. I ain't gonna say he's trash. I don't want to exaggerate. But in reality, he's just not as good as they hype him up to be. He's a good fighter. He's not as good as they hype him up to be. Right? He just fought a nobody, a prospect, and went the distance with him. If that had been Devin Haney, we already know what it wouldn't be no props given. They'd be talking crazy about him. Y'all know how that go. So anyway, there's no reason for y'all to be out here acting the way y'all act about this dude, Tank Davis. Y'all mad at us and everybody else, fan, because you jealous that we talk to the guys we support. You mad because the guys we support is actually want to fight somebody, and your guy don't. You can easily get out of that by just saying, "Hey, man, I like Tank, man. He my favorite fighter, but I ain't rocking with all this ducking he doing, man. I can't do it. I can't support all that. Easy, done. There's really nothing to criticize you about at that point. But you guys won't do that. Y'all will sit back and critique everybody else as if Tank Tank is fighting somebody. He ain't doing nothing. Y'all gotta get over this little jealousy, man. This simping y'all doing for this dude Tank. It's ridiculous. Writing love letters on the internet to Tank. Let me see here. Who we got up in here? James Williams. What's happening with him? Steve Della Mizak says hands wraps are a problem. That's why he had no KO today. To my Nui. I don't know what's up with dude, bro. He just ain't as good as I thought. I mean, as people think he is. He's just not that good. Yeah, bro. They writing love letters to the man. I mean, come on, bro. We just gonna keep it 100, bro. Listen, I mean, as men, there's certain stuff I'm not gonna tolerate as a man. Okay, I can support somebody. I can even love somebody. Some stuff I'm not gonna tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Because I love myself more than I love this other person, even your woman or whatever. I love myself. You gotta love yourself more. You can't love nobody else more than you love yourself. That's stupid. That's they call that romantic, but it's also foolish. You understand? That's why dudes be crashing out, ready to end it all, because you love somebody more than you love yourself. You a fool. So the thing is this: if I support somebody and they don't respect my support and they tell me to shut up and be a fan, like Tank continues to do to his fans, shut up and watch boxing, shut up and buy my fights, shut up and be a fan. I don't know how you can still be a fan of a dude like that. How? For you to still be begging, to trying to save face and like, oh, I ain't going nowhere. That's how people end up staying in abusive relationships. Because that's what y'all in, abusive relationship. Tank beating the hell out of y'all like he be beating them bras. That's what's happening. He whooping on y'all and y'all refuse to leave, just like the bras refuse to leave. You don't want to leave because you've been in support of him so much that you embarrassed to leave. Like, no, if I leave, they're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna say, ha ha. So I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna stick it out with my baby. I'm gonna stick it out. Tank pulled the Ike Turner on you. Tank told y'all, guess you gonna leave me like everybody else did, huh? Go on then. Tank told him, you gonna leave me like everybody else did, huh? I can't run out on him. I can't run out on Tank. Everybody always leave Tank. His daddy left him. I can't run out on Tank. I gotta stay here with Tank. Y'all some simps, bro. I know what's happening in y'all household. You can't trick me. You can't trick none of us who been outside. If you do this for a man, I know what you're gonna do for a woman. Forget about it. And that woman ruling over you like Harpo did Sophia. He ruling all over y'all. But anyway, man, I've been on here talking too long. Smash that like button, share the video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna get with y'all in a minute. I'll probably be back later on with some more videos. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. 78 Sports TV. Salute to the mighty LDBC. I'm about to hit over. Deuces.